Um, this is my first video, so just bear with me. It might be a little rough. I just wanted to do this one as my introduction. As I said, my name is Trish. Um, I crochet, and I am going to start learning to sew. So, um, I just want to share with y'all and share my journey of and sewing, um, yarn hauls, yarn chat, and just make some friends with y'all that you can get to know me. I can get to know you better. Um, little bit of things about me is I live in Pennsylvania. I have a 24-year-old daughter, and she has a 3-year-old little girl, 22-year-old daughter, and she has two little boys. She's also married. She has a 3-year-old son and a 2-year-old son. I have a 15-year-old daughter, and then I have my very almost 9-year-old little boy. I am married, and for a living, I am a hairdresser. That's what I do every day. I go to work and I make women beautiful. I make men beautiful. I've been doing that for about 30 years. Um, I love to cut hair, um, but I also love to crochet. I love yarn. I am a total and complete yarn addict. I have a bad habit of buying yarn and more yarn than probably what I need. My husband would tell you that I don't need any more yarn, but I always need some more yarn. Um, what else is there? I've been crocheting since I'm 19 years old. I was self-taught. A little bit here and there from my first husband's stepmother. She taught me a little bit here and there, like the basics. But then when I met my husband and I got to know his brother's wife, who is also a crocheter, she was watching me crochet and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Crocheting." And she's like, "But what stitch are you doing?" And I'm like, "Double crochet." And she's like, "That's not a double crochet, Trish." And I'm like, "Oh, well, that's been my double crochet since I'm 19 years old." And I was 35 at the time when I met my husband now. So she taught me how to do the stitches correctly. Um, and, I crocheted a little bit here and there. It wasn't as much of my passion then as what it is now. 3 years ago, I got really sick. Um, they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me because I had a doctor do lab work, and she diagnosed me with lupus. I went for a while thinking I had lupus. She never recommended me to a rheumatologist, nothing, just said you have lupus and you have rheumatoid arthritis. So I still went to work. I did everything. I was sick. I was in pain. Um, but I've been on pain meds for a while. I broke my back and crushed my pelvis when I was a teenager. So I've been on pain management. So the pain management helped a little bit for me to get through every day going to work. So as I just got sicker and sicker and sicker, 3, 4 months later, I went to another doctor and I had gotten um, his diagnosis was he said I had Lyme. So I went to the infectious disease doctors, and lo and behold, at this point now, I'm in advanced stages of it. So I went into a bad depression. Um, the me that I always was, I was no longer, and I had to realize there's things in life that I no longer could do. So what got me out of my depression is one day I decided to turn on YouTube, and the first thing that popped up was a video from back in the day, Crochet Crystal. It was a video of crocheted wrist warmers. So I decided, I got some yarn, I got a hook, let me try to do this. Because at this point, before anything I ever crocheted was just blankets. I didn't know how to do anything else. And I made those wrist warmers. And I felt proud. And you know what? that was it. That was my spark. Crochet pulled me out of my depression. Crochet made me feel like I was worth something. It made me happy. And it is still to this day my happy place. It's my therapy. It's where I go when I want and need to relax, which is a lot of the time because till I'm done working, I pretty much show my body shot. I can't do anything else for the day. So I sit and crochet and I watch y'all on YouTube and I enjoy your videos of seeing what you've all made, um, seeing your yarn hauls. Them yarn hauls, they're bad news because I see what you all buy and, well, guess what? I've got to get some too because I'm like, ooh, that's beautiful yarn. I want it. So, yeah, I buy it. And I'm one of those guilty too where I buy yarn and I hide it from my husband. Yeah, if he knew that, he'd be mad, but oh well. I have an addiction and it makes me happy. So I worked for the money. It's my tips. So if I want to buy yarn, I'm going to buy yarn. Right? Right. I love my husband. He's a good man. There's days where he's like, you want to go yarn shopping, hon? Just go yarn shopping. Because he knows it makes me happy. But, yeah, crocheting is where I am now. And I'm still learning. I don't think I'll ever stop learning. There's so much to learn. There's so many things out there that I see like, oh my God, that is beautiful, but it looks so difficult. Like I did that with the virus blanket and the virus shawls. I thought, there's no way I could ever do that. That looks hard as heck. And then I watched Donna Martinez and it was so easy. And I got that pattern memorized in my head now, and I make shawls, I make ponchos, and blankets. I love the virus stitch. But my favorite stitch to do is granny. I've just always loved doing the granny stitch. Um, I'm gonna have another video coming up soon with a yarn haul. I have a Premier yarn haul, and I have a Mary Maxim yarn haul. And then I'll have another video with things that I've made, things that I'm working on, things that I hope to work on. So that is it for now. I hope to see you. Please subscribe to my channel. I would so greatly appreciate it. I'd like to get to know you all. Let's be friends. All right. Thank you, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.